Nah, he ain't greedy at all. Hey, Trucker. Hey, Evelyn. What's going on, Nino? He chased rabbits tonight. Hey, Kristen. Hey, yeah, just not feeling well, but I'm still gonna get y'all story time. Just gonna get y'all story time in the bed. He's so, he gonna be fat. You gonna be fat, Bam. You gonna be fat. He gonna be towing his ass around the house. You? A wagon? You enabler. Why would you put him in a wagon instead of just stop feeding him all the time? And Bam he don't push away from the bowl or nothing. He just keep eating. Oh my goodness. Hey Jasmine. Hey Gemini. I'm putting up damn wagons. Hey Shannon. No. No. Bam, you better start eating all that food just because your daddy put it out. It don't mean you're supposed to eat it.
Eat it with your dog as your dog.
Hey, Justin. Oh my goodness, and he eating too. Bam, you gonna be fat as hell sometime. Roll around next year. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Yeah. Hey Ryan. They don't want no dog with ticks. Y'all close the door. Damn, not with ticks. Man, we got no damn ticks.
They don't want no man dog with titties.
Not with titties. You so stupid. Y'all close the door.
She's not sexy.
Hey, Auntie, I'm glad to be here. I'm on the living. I'm glad you here too, baby. Hey, roll them out of my shoes. Hey, Jakima. Yeah, you haven't been here in a while. Hey, okay. My condolences, love. He gonna be fat. He gonna be fat for the summertime. And then ain't no girl gonna want you, Bam. No girl want no dog, no boy with titties. But you ain't gonna push away. Your daddy gonna be responsible for your ass being obese.
I'm gonna call you Big Pup.
Not Big Pup. Hey, Nikia. Hey, Tasha. Y'all close the door as y'all come in. Hey, Roxana.
Nigga goddamn bark and be talking.
They said, hey, babe. Hey, hey, babe. Hey, babe.
Hey, fam.
He said, hey, fam. Y'all close the door as y'all come in. If you don't. I see I ain't feeling good and I'm restricted to the bed right now. It's not like cold, something like that. It's just how can I put this? Auntie has a health issue that sometimes enable me to get up and move around, kind of like paralyzes my body at some point. So I'm having an episode and Uncle's not letting me get up out of the bed. So I'm doing story time for in the bed. As long as I got with a damn Nick thing he bought me for the last time I was sick. Yeah, the damn Nick thing. Y'all thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. Close the door when y'all come in. Hey, Suki. Hey, Regina. Yes, y'all come in and close the door. Stop being so damn greedy. Yeah, y'all come in and close the door. We're gonna be starting in a few minutes. Y'all go ahead and get everything y'all need to get together. Get your food. Get everything. Get your snacks, your cakes, your pies. Everything that you're gonna need. Your wine, your shot glasses, all that good stuff. Yes. So we can get ready to start this story time. What you got to drink, babe? You got my strawberry. What my strawberry lemonade at? Okay. You filled his bowl up. You're gonna be fat as hell, Bam. Thank you, Nikhil.
Eat, boy, eat.
I know, right? Thank you, Evelyn. Welcome back, Jersey. I'm glad to see you made it back. Hey, Lorena. Y'all come in and close the door. All y'all know to close the door behind y'all. While y'all playing, close the door. Close the door. Y'all may be glad Auntie can't move, because if I could move, I would slap the sleeves off some of y'all. Good. Gemini, stay not drinking. Get you some water. And your oxygen, boom. Hey, Reality. Y'all come on in. We're going to be starting story time in a minute.
They just played on the boat, man.
Yeah, they did. Funny part about this, y'all, I had Bam for a long time. Ever since he was a baby. And he ain't no damn emotional support dog. He ain't no damn server dog. Well, he was a server dog that time we lied when he went to Walmart. But y'all already know that story. Anyway.
He's a lover.
But anyway, it's like he sensed that I'm sick. That I'm, having one of my episodes, because he won't leave me alone.
Pop.
Like, he'll eat, and that's the only time he leave me alone. Other than that, he always trying to be all up under me.
Water gone. Bring your ass.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. Let yourself in. Come on. Stop picking around the corner.
Yeah, y'all come on in. Close the door. Close the door. Let's see. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. Close the door.
Hey.
Close the door. But you need to get these cuts out of bed, because you know he's going to jump up here. Hey, Jessica. Yes, he do, Nikhil. I can't do nothing. I was like trying to do everything, and he just won't leave my side.
Go to bed, Pup. Good boy. No. Bed. I'm do some killing shit.
Now he want to stare. He want to make sure I'm okay.
He
watching me. Hold on, y'all. Get this right here.
We're going to basketball the weekend.
All right, man. You get up here trying to stay on spotlight. It's gonna be a problem. So if you gonna get up here and lay down, we can do that. But if you gonna come up here and try to take the spotlight, we gonna have a damn problem. Chastain said, "Go dog." Oh,
go dogs. Come here, Pup.
Man, see what you done started.
Sit.
Lay down, babe.
Lay. There you go. Lay on mama.
Okay. Lay.
Go dogs. Number 1.
Big boy. Lay.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Oh my goodness. See what y'all got started. Okay, let's see how much more time before we get ready. All right, guys, we're get ready to start this story time. So if you guys are ready, bam. Bam, lay down, please.
Got them dog pup. Ooh. They don't supposed to sound like that. Okay.
Man, so you don't put no fear in him.
I don't supposed to, because it's them Georgia Bulldog. You supposed to shake your head when you say that shit.
Bad J be looking at his head like, really?
You supposed to shake your head, It's cool when they do it.
Tasha said it's still roll damn tide round there, babe.
It's cool when y'all do it. It's a problem when I do it. So we
hey,
number
Marcus.
1. What y'all is number 10?
Oh,
okay. Go Tide. Last year. But dogs. Love y'all.
So you love the bear. So yeah, I got company tonight, y'all. Everybody been sick.
Not me.
I'm talking about the fam. Shut up. You know you ain't been sick. Hush. All right, guys. We figure. Marcus said War Eagle, baby.
We got wings.
You talking about we got wings?
If you ain't know.
Oh my goodness. Hey, sweetie. All right, guys. If y'all close the door, close the door. Don't forget to close the door.
8 piece.
Oh my goodness, not 8-piece wings. You so stupid.
That's all I got to say.
Marcus, you here? Uncle Will?
Y'all
Damn, ain't nobody asked you to raise your hand. Like you know what the hell going on.
He didn't taste it before. Hey, right, pop. Give him a high five. Give him a high five. Huh. Give him that. Give him that.
So obviously, I'm not gonna be able to live by myself. He right here.
All right, man. Cut that shit out, man.
Look, he holding my arm and everything, y'all. Like I can't do nothing. Like. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jersey. All right, guys. Nah, it said Belle looked like the Simpsons dog, Santa Helper.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, they say you look like Santa Helper.
Santa Helper dead, ain't it?
Not on the Simpsons. No, Santa Helper never dead, man. They say you look like Santa Helper. Do you see it? You see yourself? Say hello to your family. You're not going to speak? Then you want to be shy and shit. You don't want to speak? Say hello.
Speak.
He got his elbow. He tried to show y'all his hand. He got his power. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. We're finna get ready to start this story time. So if you guys are ready, you got everything you need. Nino has put the Cash App in the chat. Y'all already know how this go. We do our Cash App cuss outs with the Cash App tips. You can also tip on YouTube as well. Yeah. Thank you, Evelyn. All right, so give me them thumbs. Let me know y'all ready. Let me get them thumbs. Let me get them thumbs. Ain't nobody got nothing to eat, damn. So I don't have nothing to eat. Give them the thumbs. Let me know y'all ready. There you go, acting crazy. Like he hears shit. I'm waiting. We gotta sit in the bathroom or something. Come on out the bathroom. Flip it, zip it, flush, wash your hands. Especially you, Sweetie.
Oh, man.
Sweetie don't like to wash her hands, babe.
Yeah, you do.
She don't like to wash her hands. She said she always talking. She ain't never got soap or hot water.
You got something.
It's always some crazy reason why she can't wash her hands.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to die.
Sweetie don't give a fuck.
Oh, man.
She got a whole population of people going on her fucking hands.
Oh. Not you. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
We need to start back doing this in here. Because I've been missing out. Your hand probably purplish. You can't do that. You need to bleach that guy. Now. While story time going on, just hold it until bleach. Watch it change color.
Hey, Keita. Now watch it change color. Y'all still ain't closing the door, man. Oh, y'all better close the door. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this story time. Our first story has Tasha. Stop. Tasha and Kisha. Tasha and Pickle Rick. Is Pickle Rick on here? Because I ain't seen her. Maybe y'all seen her, but I ain't seen Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick, yeah. Close the doors as y'all come in. And he always do that. That's why I stopped doing my story time. And Uncle always had me laugh and interrupt the story time.
That did it.
You ever had that feeling like you're being watched?
They did about that. They did about.
You ever had that feeling like you were being watched? Hey, Miss D.
You know that?
Sweet Tea said she might wash her hands for Christmas, babe.
Yay.
All right.
Oh, your hand be sticky.
All right, guys. Mindy, you came in just in time because I was just about to get this story time started.
I bet her hands may be like that.
Stupid.
Okay. Do you wash your hand when you sneeze in your hand?
No, she don't wash her hands at all.
What
She
about
wipe
when you
her.
dig up your nose?
No. When she dig in her ear, when she wipe her ass, none of that. She'll never wash her hands. I always tell her to wash her hands. She'll never wash her fucking hands.
But when you roll up, son, you gonna taste it, didn't it? Oh man. Okay. Story time.
Yeah, cause okay.
Story time.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right, guys. So, like I said, we finna get ready to start this story time. Close the door as you come in. What is you doing, babe?
Stop feeling on my wire.
Close the door. Close the door as you come in. We're about to get ready to start this story time.
What I tell you, motherfucker?
Okay. All right. Yes, Nino. All right. So, like I said, this story has Tasha and Rakisha. I seen Tasha. Tasha, you still here? I know Pickle Rick didn't speak when I said her name the first time, so I'm pretty sure she probably on some football or something like that. So one of her babies in sports, so she probably at a sports game or something like that. But I seen Tasha earlier. So, Tasha, this is you guys' story. So Tasha and Pickle Rick. So Tasha and Pickle Rick was friends. They were homegirls that was kind of in the same situation. There you go, Tasha. So they was kind of in the same situation, in between jobs, about to lose their spot and everything. And Tasha's grandmother reached out to her and told her that a friend of the family had passed, and she pretty much left Tasha's grandmother her house and car because they were best friends. They were like this. So she was telling Tasha about the situation, and Tasha was like, oh my God, I'm about to lose my spot. You know what I'm saying? I could really use, that house and the car, actually. So her grandma was like, that's no problem. Come over to the house and look at it and everything. So Tasha told Rakisha about it, and Rakisha was like, girl, please tell me, it'll be okay if I come because I'm going through the same situation. And she was like, just come with me to look at the house. So they go over to the house and they walk through the house and everything seemed pretty okay. You know what I'm saying? And then they go into the garage and the lady's car was in the garage. So Tasha asked, you know what I'm saying, what happened to the lady? What happened to her? She was like, well, she passed of old age. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing happened to her. She just went to sleep and didn't wake up. So Tasha was like, okay, cool. So her grandma was like, the house is open to you if you wanted the car and everything. She was like, yeah, I want it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my friend gonna move in here and share, pay the rent and all that stuff. So her grandma was like, that's fine. Here's the keys. Do what you want to do. So Tasha was like, okay, cool. So Tasha goes back. Her and Rakisha go to the house, pack their stuff up, and they get moved into the house. Now, when they move into the house, the first night, everything is good. They still getting settled in. They moving stuff around. Probably didn't fall asleep till about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get the house set up. So they brought all this stuff in. They set the house up. And the next day, they left and went to work. Now, when they come in, from work this day, time they come in the house, it's like hot. It's really fucking hot, like somebody turned the heat on. But it's the dead of summer, so the heat shouldn't be on. But it's hot as fuck in this house. So she's like, they come in, it's like, did you turn the heat on? No, I didn't turn the fucking heat on. Like, are you sure? Because I didn't turn it on, but it's hot as hell in here. So her and Rakisha both were like, no, we didn't turn the fucking heat on. I don't know what's going on. Maybe something wrong with the heater. So they called the little AC heating people out there. They looked at it, and they were like, no, ain't nothing wrong with the heater. So, okay, cool. They go to sleep that night. Rakisha's in her bedroom sleep, and, of course, Tasha's in her bedroom sleep. And Tasha hears what sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Wake her straight up out the bed, like, what the fuck is that? So she sits up and she's looking around, and it's like it's coming from the window. You can't like see anything on the window. It's like somebody sliding the window open real slow, and that shit just like, and she's looking at the window like, what the fuck? So she gets up to go over to the window, and the sound is still going on. The window's not opening, but the sound is still going on. And she's like, what the fuck is that? So she hit the window. You know what I'm saying? And the sound stopped, but it hit the window back. So she jumped back like, what the fuck? Because ain't nobody, she's in this house upstairs. There's nobody on the roof. You know what I'm saying? She didn't see anybody physically hit the goddamn window back, but somebody hit the window back. So she jumped back, like, what the fuck? Same time she jumped back, Rakisha come running in the room. She like, girl, somebody in my room. What? She like, it's somebody in my fucking room. So, of course, Tasha grabs her, whatever she has as a weapon nearby. She grabs it and she goes into the room with Rakisha. When they go into Rakisha's room, it looks like somebody is standing at her window, like looking out of the window with their hands behind their back, just like observing the outside through the window. And Rakisha like, see, bitch, see, it's somebody now. So Tasha like, hey, who are you? How did you get in the house? And the person don't move. They standing in the hallway. The light is out in the room. All you can see is this person in the window. So Tasha gets a little closer. Hey, how did you get in the house? Get out. And the person like barely turns their head just a little bit. And Tasha launches whatever the fuck she had in her hand at the person. And this shit goes straight out the window. Bust the window. Straight out the window. But the person is still standing there like it never hit the person. They still standing there. So Tasha runs in and flipped the light on. When she flipped the light on, there's nobody there. She saw this person move. Her and Rakisha both saw this person move. But when she turned the light on, it was nobody there. But the window was broken out. And she knows she like aimed and hit this shit, but it went through the window. So now we gotta get the window fixed. So now Tasha up, sweeping the glass up, looking around the house, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't figure it out. They go to work, come home. Next day, Tasha's in the kitchen cooking. While she's cooking, Rakisha's upstairs, in her room or whatever. And Tasha hears a chair like rocking in the living room. She goes to look, and it's the same person she's seen in the fucking window. So she screams out, Rakisha! Rakisha! And Rakisha comes flying out the room, and she sees this person in the fucking chair just rocking. Like it ain't looked at. Neither one of them is just rocking in the fucking chair. So when Rakisha comes and she got an eye on, Tasha runs back into the kitchen, grabs a butcher knife. She runs back and she throws the butcher knife at the fucking chair. And it's like, that shit goes straight through and hit the floor. And it's whatever, like this person kind of turns his head toward Tasha, stands up, and Tasha like, run, Rakisha, run. And Rakisha turns around and runs, and Tasha runs back into the kitchen to grab another knife, and she's standing there like her foot planted. She's waiting. If this motherfucker charging him, I'm gonna stab the shit out of him. And she's waiting, and nobody ever comes into the kitchen. So she goes into the living room to see where this motherfucker at, and ain't nobody in the living room. Rakisha standing at the top of the damn stairs with a baseball bat. Did nobody come past me? Did it come past you? Like, no, ain't nobody came past me. So they walking through the house, trying to figure out who this person is. Same fucking person. Like, what the fuck is going on? I've hit that person twice. Why is this motherfucker still moving around? Like, what is going on? I don't know, man. Let's just go get something to eat. Like, at this point, let's just go get something to eat. So they go out and they get in the car and they drive to go get them something to eat. On the way to get something to eat, they discussing this shit. Like, girl, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that person? How the hell? Did that lady have somebody living with her or something? Like, did your grandmama know somebody was like living with that lady or something? And her and Tasha's discussing this shit, and Tasha hears like a horn behind her. So she looks in the rearview to see, like, who's blowing a horn. And when she looks in the rearview, this motherfucker from the house is sitting in the back seat, like right there. She looks this motherfucker like right in the face, like damn near swerves out the road when she see it. She swerves. Keisha like, what the fuck? What's going on? She slams on the brake, look back. Nothing. But she tell Rakisha that motherfucker was just in the back seat. They jump out the car, look around the car. Nothing. Man, let's just go get something to eat. They jump back in the car. They start to drive. As they're getting close to where the restaurants and shit are, Rakisha's looking out the window and she telling Tasha, like, it's something going on with the house, man. Like, we need to talk to your grandma. Like, we need to ask your grandma what's going on. And while she's talking, Tasha's not responding. So she just kept talking. And then she sees the car like veering off the road. So what the fuck? She looks over at Tasha, and Tasha's like grabbing at her throat, like about to be out. Like she just like grabbing at her throat. And Rakisha like, Tasha, and she like lunges for Tasha and grabbed the wheel, shaking Tasha, and Tasha's like, something was choking me. She looked in the back seat. She was jumping, looking in the back seat. It was choking me. And like Kisha like, pull over. They pull over. What the fuck is going on? Like, this shit ain't making no sense, man. I don't know what's going on. So it's like, fuck it. Okay, we're not getting back in the car. So they sat on the side of the road and they called Tasha's grandma. What is going on? What is going on with this lady? Shit. the house, the car. It's a man that keep walking through the fucking house at night. I've hit him twice, Grandma, and this motherfucker is still walking around the house. He just tried to choke the shit out of me, and I almost crashed his fucking car and lost my life. Like, what is going on, Grandma? Her grandma was like, baby, I don't know. What are you talking about? Grandma, this was your best fucking friend. You got to know something. Like, this is crazy. Like, this lady's house is fucking haunted or something. And Grandma was like, what? Haunted? Oh, shit. That's exactly what the grandma said. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, what? Tasha, have you moved all your stuff in? Yes, I moved all my stuff in. I done, like, fucked up. I closed the lease with the last apartment. Grandma, I'm in the fucking house. I'm in this lady car. Like, we on the side of the road right now in this lady car because we scared to get back in the car. Grandma said, oh, shit, why didn't I think of that? Fuck. She said, I'm on the way, baby. I'm coming to get y'all. Tasha like, what's going on? Grandma just hung up. Rakisha like, bitch, what your grandma done? Like, I don't fucking know. She won't tell me shit. So they are just worried. They won't get back in the fucking car, but they worried as shit. They just, every now and again, duck down and look through the windshield to see if they see anybody in the fucking car, pacing, waiting on grandma to get there. Grandma pull up. She said, here, get out. She got out the car. She gave Tasha the key. She said, drive my car back to the house. I'm going to drive this car. Grandma, you don't need to drive that car. Something going to kill you. She's like, baby, I'm fine. I'll drive this car. You drive my car back. Are you sure? I'm sure, baby. You and her driving that car. I'm going to follow y'all. Are you sure, Grandma? I'm sure, baby. Just drive. So Tasha and Rakisha get in Grandma's car, and Grandma get in her friend's car, and they drive back to the house. No problem. Grandma gets in the house, bring the car back. She parks it in the garage. She comes into the house. She tell them, she was like, she looked around, seeing their stuff was almost settled in. She's like, baby, you got to move out. Huh? You got to move out. Why? She said, you got to move out. It ain't safe for y'all to be here. Grandma, you just gave me the fucking house. What you mean it's not safe for us to be here? Grandma was like, I pay for a hotel for right now, and I help you get, a spot for y'all, but y'all can't be in this house. Y'all can't be in this house. And she like, what you mean? And her grandma was like, her best friend, her and this lady were best friends for a long time. And she was like, when she first met her, she met her in Louisiana. And she was talking about how her family was deep in roots and shit like that. And she said because this lady, when she left Louisiana, she left a dude behind. And this dude stalked her. He found phone numbers for her, you know what I'm saying? He was finding places on where she was living and shit. He used to just pop up and stalk her and shit. And when she moved to, the area she was in with Tasha's grandma, her family told her to put a protection spell on her house and her car. And basically this protection spell is supposed to come with a ward of protection. Not like, oh, it's going to hurt something, if they come across this line, they'll break their back. Not some shit like this. Oh, no, it came with an actual physical entity. She put an actual physical entity, like protection, around her house and car. So if anybody, without her permission, enters her home or her car, they will be stalked. The same way he's stalking her, they will be stalked by this fucking ward of protection. Like, this fucking shadow man will stalk the fuck out of you regardless where you go, what you do. The first time you break the rules of coming in this lady's house without permission, this shit is there. It's there to fuck with you and drive you fucking crazy and probably push you to death or help you die. So her grandma was like, I never really thought that shit was real, but you said you hit this man twice and it keeps showing up in the house, yet the doors are locked. That shit was for real. She said she put it on the house in the car. She told me this when she like, way back in the day. She like, but I never thought, you know what I'm saying? And she really did this shit. She was like, yeah, you can't be in this house. Like, you got to come out. And she was like, get your stuff together, move out, get your stuff together and get the fuck up out of here. But grandma was like, I need to go into the room. What was the first room y'all seen the ward in? And she was like, in the room that Rakisha sleeps in. So she was like, Rakisha, where your room? So Rakisha took her upstairs, showed her where her room was. And the grandma went in there and she sat on the bed and she like looked towards the window, but not really at the window. And she was just like, I'm a friend. We gonna call her Betsy. She's like, I'm a friend of Betsy. And she told me all about you and how you protect everything that belongs to her. Well, this is my granddaughter. And I'm so sorry, but Betsy is gone now. She was like, and this is my granddaughter that she didn't, invade or trespass. She was given permission to come here. but Betsy is gone, and we are gonna let you, have your peace, and we're gonna take our stuff and leave. Please don't follow my granddaughter. She did not do it out of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like she sat in there and had a conversation, and Tasha's packing her stuff, but she can hear her grandma talking in the other room, in Rakisha's room, and Rakisha's standing there watching her, getting her stuff together while the grandma was talking and everything. And when Tasha come down the hallway with the stuff she could carry to the car, and Rakisha came out the room, the grandma gets up and she was like, I just want to be, respectful, and I apologize. We didn't mean to invade. And she was backing up out the room, you know what I'm saying, real slow, saying, I'm sorry, please forgive us. And when she got out the door into the hallway, like Tasha and them standing there watching her do this, and then it's like right after she get out the room, you can see this man shows up in the fucking window, hands behind his back, staring out the fucking window, and then the door slams right in their fucking face. So the grandma was like, don't open the door. Get what you got. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And they got in Tasha's grandmama car, and the grandmama took them, to the hotel. She got them a hotel and everything and helped them get another spot to live in. But she, came in gradually, brought Tasha and them in, gradually spoke to the ward as they cleared all their stuff up out the house. And since the house was paid for, she never gave the house to anybody, never rented the house out to anybody. The house is abandoned. She's left it abandoned. Because she told the ward if it didn't follow Tasha and them, that, she would leave it its own space and won't bother it. And since the grandma, the lady who originally lived there, put the ward there, they could never get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So they never tried. She just didn't want to put nobody else in that house. So she never sold it. She kept it, you know what I'm saying? And that house is abandoned. Nobody has lived up. But Tasha and them never had any more problems with the ward showing up front when they got to the hotel. Tasha kept saying she had a feeling of she was being watched. And of course, Rakisha was like, she kept seeing little shadows out the side of her eyes, but that eventually subsided once they got, into the hotel and really like relaxed and everything. And they stopped having these feelings. But the grandmama never rented the house out, never sold the house, nothing. She got that house. She kept the house. And I guess the only way something will happen to that house is if something happened to Tasha's grandma. But I think even if something did happen to Tasha's grandma, Tasha already knows the secrets of that house. So it'll probably pass out to Tasha for Tasha to make sure that shit stay abandoned and nobody ever moves into it or get into it. Because if anybody move in it or get in it and they ain't that old lady, that shit ain't gonna be so good for them. So, yeah. But that was you guys' first story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie.
Refill them.
And meet me back here in, what time is it? Meet me back here in 2 minutes for the second story of the night. Yeah, I hate if it in the squatters don't move. Yeah, squatters could have been in there. Well, nobody know. Tasha grandma ain't never been back over to that house. Once she made sure Tasha got all that stuff out, she locked them doors and she went back over there. So if squatters have been over there, the ward has had his time and his fun to play. Because who gonna stop him, boo? Who gonna check him, boo? That his playground. If you chose to break in that damn house and play, he fuck around and find out. So, all my protection. This is the protection, y'all. Just don't he look aggressive? Don't he like he just want to attack somebody for fucking with me? Don't he? Look very vicious, don't he? No help at all. Just laying here. Sleep. Not thinking about his next meal. He got drumsticks dancing around his head.
Should I? Could I? What if?
He got little drumsticks dancing around his head. Yes, honey, he is stressed out. He don't even care. And you see, he right here by me. Like, if I was to bust a move right now, if I was to sit up good, he'll be up staring at me like, where we going? What you finna do? Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, guys. We're going to get ready to start this second story of the night. If you guys are back and ready, go ahead and give it them thumbs. Give it them thumbs. Oh, babe, can you give me some of your drink? That pain medication got me drowsy. I'm okay. I'm okay, ma'am. I just slapped my leg. I'm okay. I'm fine, baby. Like, I'm okay.
Damn. Hey, quit. Hey.
I'm okay. I'm okay. See? I'm fine, Bam. What I gotta do to prove I'm fine? I'm okay. I'm okay. You don't look at like I'm lying. I ain't lying. I'm serious. I'm okay. Thank you. I be having an attitude. You always be doing them deep sides when you get your attitude. You get that shit from you. It's all your fault. You did it. You made him that way. Come on and give it a thumbs. Y'all let me know y'all ready. I guess some of y'all still in the bathroom. Them a whole lot of fucking zombies. Scattered ass everywhere. I'm talking about scattered ass everywhere. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Hey, Quan. If you don't feel good, but I'm here giving y'all story time. I'm gonna fight through it. Oh my goodness. What's Thubs, sweetie? What's Thubs? Fucking Thubs. Alrighty. So it looks like we're back for the second story of the night. Our second story has Evelyn and Miss T. Miss T like Tom, not Miss D, but Miss T. So that's Evelyn and Miss T. Evelyn, Miss T, are you ladies in here? No, Keita, I'm not like cold sick. I'm not like flu sick. I'm not like stomach bug sick. Uh, it's nothing like that. Um, I have a health condition that I would prefer not to speak on what it is, but this health condition sometimes paralyzes me and I'm not able to move and stuff like that, and it causes very severe pain. It's kind of like sickle cell, but not really like sickle cell. But I be paralyzed and I can't really move, so it has made me stay in the bed today. So that's why I'm not in the story time room. And yeah, I'm on this pain medication, so I'm a little drowsy. But this shit is not gonna stop me from giving my family what they want. So I'm here,
Yes.
giving it to y'all in the bed, but I'm giving it to y'all. Okay. Evelyn and Miss T. Is Evelyn? Okay, there go Evelyn. All right. So here's your guys' story. So Evelyn and Miss T. I don't want to incriminate nobody in this story. So I'm gonna do it like okay. So Evelyn is the daughter of Miss T. And Miss T is around 15, 16 years old at this time. And she's involved in a lot of shit. Um, she's involved in a lot of stuff. Fights, she always get in trouble, gang activity, stuff like that. She was always involved in it. And Evelyn would always tell her, she hang with the wrong crowd, stop hanging with the wrong crowd. You're judged by people judge you by what she say? You judge by the people you keep around you. Like your reputation and everything goes off the people that you keep around you. So she used to tell her all the time, like, don't, stop hanging around with that crew and stop hanging around with that crew. And one day, Miss T come in the house and she is beat up real bad. And Evelyn like goes off. She like, I told you, stop fucking around with them kids, stop hanging around with them kids. And you just keep hanging around with them kids. And Miss T comes out and say, kids didn't do this to me. The police did this to me. So of course Evelyn was like, "What did you do? You stay in trouble. What did you do?" But Miss T just kept trying to tell Evelyn, "I ain't do nothing this time. I ain't do nothing. They just seen me, and they just started jumping on me and tried to make me, get off the streets when I wasn't doing nothing wrong and all that stuff." And Evelyn was used to her daughter lying and Miss T lying and conning her way out of shit. But she felt like it was one of those times. So she didn't take the shit seriously. She just got on Miss T and told Miss T ass, "Stop. You need to stop the crowd you hanging with before something happens." So the next day, Miss T get up, tell Evelyn, "I'm going to school. I'm gonna change my fucking ways. I'm going to school. I'm not gonna get no more trouble. I'm leaving the gangs alone. I'm doing all that shit." So she looked at Evelyn in the eyes and she swore. And Evelyn was like, when she looked her in her eyes and swore, she meant it. She said she was gonna stop everything, and I believed her. So Evelyn, goes on to work, and Miss T goes on to school. Evelyn gets to work. She's at work probably about 2 hours before she get a phone call. She get a phone call and she need to head down to the morgue because they think they got Miss T. And Evelyn's like, "No, my daughter went to school. She said she was changing her ways. She went to school. My daughter in school." They're like, "No, we think you need to go down, to the morgue because we think it's your daughter. Everybody's saying it's your daughter." And Evelyn's like, "I'm at work. Don't waste my time with this shit. I keep telling y'all it's not my child." And they asked her about a distinct, like a birthmark, a very noticeable birthmark that Miss T had on her body. And they asked Evelyn, "Do your daughter have a birthmark, a big light skinned birthmark on her right shoulder?" You know what I'm saying? And instantly Evelyn was like, "Okay, where you say I need to go?" And they told her where she needed to go. And of course she was worried out of her mind, like, "Lord, please don't let it be her. Please don't let it be her." And she gets down there. She goes back there to look at the body, and sure as shit, it's Miss T. "What happened? What happened to my baby? What happened?" They don't let you see like the face part. What happened? What happened? The more person was like, "Well, we got to do our autopsy and see what's going on and all this shit." So Miss Evelyn snatches the cover down. When she snatches the cover down, she noticed it is bullet holes and stab wounds in her baby body. And she like, "What the fuck is all that? Where did they come from? Where did y'all find my baby? How did she get here?" Like, she had 1,000 fucking questions. And the more people like, "Talk to the police up front." She goes to talk to the police up front. And of course, the police tell her that Miss T came to the police department with a few gangsters and caused a ruckus. And one of the kids had a gun, and one of the kids shot into the police station, and the police didn't know what was going on, so they shot back, and Miss T caught everything. Not the other so-called kids she was with that was shooting all this other shit. Miss T caught everything. Of course, Evelyn was pissed. She started talking to people, trying to get an attorney. But the way this shit was going, wasn't nothing gonna come from this shit unless, motherfucker came out and confessed that they did this shit, like I did it. And she knew clearly she wasn't gonna get that from the police. So she just prayed on it. Now the police that did the shooting, that pulled the trigger, he continues to go to work every day. He tells, his captain and everybody, she shot in here, even though there was no gun found. She shot in here. When she shot in here, we shot back. After we shot back and seen she was down, we brought her in to the, police department and called the ambulance to come get her. So that's what he told his captain them, and of course, it flew. And they basically told Evelyn, your baby was being outraged. She tried to hurt us, so it was whatever. Okay? So Evelyn was like, okay, she just continued to pray on it because Evelyn was a strong prayer warrior. She was like, this shit is going to be handled correctly, even if I can't put my hands in it. So she just continued to pray on it. While this cop that put all these bullets in her baby continues to go to work, not on leave, nothing. He continues to work, and he ain't done nothing wrong, and, his police department is speaking up for him. He didn't do anything, and he was justified, and all this shit, right? So about a month go by after this shit happens. And this same cop, he's starting to have problems at work now. A lot of his cop buddies are like, they don't want to hang around him like that. Don't nobody really want to talk to him. His captain is trying to put him on this duty. And of course, Evelyn's getting all this information, you know what I'm saying? Because people that she go to church with, got cop friends and family members that's telling her, like, yeah, girl, just keep praying. God is taking care of him. He can't focus at work, you know what I'm saying? So she continued to pray. A couple months go by, and Evelyn's at home in the kitchen cooking dinner, and she hears a bang at her door. Boom, 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 boom. The fuck? So Evelyn goes to the door. She looks through the peephole, and it's the cop that killed her baby. She like, officer, I don't know what you want, but you need to get the fuck off in front of my door. You need to leave. He said, I need to talk to you now. Open the door. She said, no, you killed my baby. You ain't coming in here to kill me too. Get away from the door before I call the police. He says, I am the police. Open the door. She didn't want to open the door. She like, I'm not opening the door. He like, if you don't open the door, then that's obstruction of justice, and I can kick the door in and come lock you up. And Evelyn's just done dealt with a lot. You know what I'm saying? I already have a baby killed. Don't really know the whole story on why the cop that did kill her got clean off with this shit, and now he's at your door threatening to lock your ass up if you don't open the door for him. So she had went through a lot. Evelyn was tired. So to avoid all the bullshit, she opens the door. She's like, what is it? He pushes his way in. Let me in. I need to talk to you. So she opens the door. He comes on in, and she closed the door behind him, but she stands by the door because she don't know what the fuck he got going on. So she stands by the door. And she's like, what is it? He's pacing back and forth. He looked frantic. Like, he looked disheveled. Like, he just looked fucked up. He looked weird. You know what I'm saying? He's pacing back and forth in her living room. And she's like, what can I do for you, officer? He like, make it stop. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but I would like it if you would leave. You're making me uncomfortable. And he like, sit down. And she like, whoa. Like it scared the fuck out of her. And she didn't know. She was like, okay, I'm just going to sit at this table right here, at the kitchen table. I'm just sit right here. You say what you need to say, and then you leave my house, please. And he was like, okay, just sit down. So she sat down. And he was pacing back and forth. And he was like, I need to tell you something. And she was like, okay, just say what you got to say and leave. And he was like, just pacing. He was sweaty, looking at her all sideways and shit, you know what I'm saying? Looking around her house, and she like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Come sit down, tell me what it is. And he pacing back and forth. He like, she won't let me. She won't let me sleep. She won't let me eat. He just kept saying, she won't let me. She won't let me. And Evelyn's like, baby, come sit down, because she can clearly see this man ain't angry. He looks more afraid. He looks like he's afraid and he don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? She can see this. So she like, come sit down, calm down. And he's pacing like, no, I need to stand up, because I need to stand up. She's like, no, just come sit down and tell me what's going on. So, he comes in and he sits down in the chair, but he don't sit all the way in the chair. He just sits on the corner of the chair. He keep looking around him and shit. And she like, what do you need to tell me? Talk to me. What's wrong? What's going on? He was like, I need to tell you about your daughter. And, everyone was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had already tried to put this shit behind her and just pray about it. But here he comes with the bullshit. So she like, what is it? What about my daughter? What is it? He was like, I just need to tell you that it didn't happen like they say it happened. It didn't happen like that. What do you mean? It just didn't happen like that. Like, listen to me. And she's like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, because you're scaring me. Like, calm down. You want some water or something? And he was like, yeah, can I get some water? So Evelyn gets up. She goes in there. He's sitting at the dining room table. So she goes over to the sink, get a glass, some ice, you know what I'm saying, water. She get a cell phone, prop that shit, boop, hit the little thing on the record on it. She bring him the water, and she give it to him. And he's sitting there, he like, she won't let me eat. She won't let me sleep. She won't let me do nothing. I need this to stop. Can you tell her to stop? And Evelyn's like, tell who to stop? What is going on? He like, your daughter, tell her to stop. And Evelyn's like, sir, me and you both know my daughter's dead. He like, no, she won't leave me alone. She won't stop. She keeps fucking with me. She won't stop. Okay, so why is she messing with you? I need to tell you something. Like, can you sit down? And she sat back down. She was like, what do you need to tell me? He was like, it didn't happen like they said it happened. It didn't happen like that. But it wasn't supposed to happen the way it happened. But it wasn't like he was just like ranting. He was like, it wasn't supposed to happen like that. But it happened. And they said it happened like that. But it didn't really happen like that. And it wasn't supposed. And she was just like, calm down. Just stop. Just tell me what's going on. He said, I just need to tell something. I need to tell you the truth. I need to let you know the truth because it won't let me go. I just need to tell the truth, and then maybe she'll stop. So Evelyn like, tell me what is going on. So he was like, your baby, the day that your baby died, it didn't happen the way my captain them said it happened. It didn't go like that. Like, it really didn't go like that. And she was like, well, how did it go? What happened? And he was like, I was in my police cruiser in front of the station. I was waiting on my partner to come back out, and your daughter and some of her thug friends came walking up the street, cussing all loud and being disrespectful. And, so I got out, and I wasn't going to do anything to them. I got out and I told them they need to watch their tone. They need to watch their mouth. It's disrespectful. And he was like, and your daughter turned around and she told me to shut the fuck up. And, I'm a cop, I'm authority, and she wasn't supposed to do that. And, I walked over to her and I got into her face and I told her she need to be respectful, and if she tries to verbally abuse me like that again, I'm gonna arrest her. And he was like, and when I got in her face and said that, one of the gangster dudes she was with pushed me. You know what I'm saying? So I pushed him back. And he was like, and then your daughter jumped in between us. And then he went to push me again. But I thought he was finna push me again. But it looked like he was reaching for my gun. So I just jumped back and I grabbed my gun. I just started to shoot because I was trying to get him away from my gun. Okay. He like, and your daughter was standing in front of him like, I swear the bullets was not meant for her. I was just trying to get her little gangster friend up off me because he tried to take my gun. And he wouldn't stop. And I was telling him to stop. And then he started back pacing again. He was like, I was telling her, stop being disrespectful, but she didn't want to listen. And then her little friend tried to come to the rescue. And he's the reason she got killed. She should be hunting him, not me. Like, he was mad about this shit. And Evelyn's listening to all this. And she's just like, so why did you lie? Why you didn't tell the truth? Maybe if you'd have told the truth, she would have never came out for you. Why did you lie? He was like, I had no other choice. It was either her or me. I got a family to take care of. I got people that look up to me. I got kids I got to take care of. Like, I can't go down because she wanted to be with them thugs and disrespectful. I mean, I didn't try to hurt her, but she was, look at who she was with. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was I supposed to know he wasn't trying to go for my gun and she wasn't trying to help him? Like, she won't listen to me, though. I've been trying to explain that to her, but she won't stop. Can you tell her to stop? Evelyn says, she here now? He says, she's here. She's right here. She just won't stop. She's staring at me right now. She just won't stop. So Evelyn said, you want me to make her stop? He said, please. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't focus. Even when I'm around my kids, they think I'm crazy because I keep telling her to stop. And they like, Daddy, who you talking to? Please, I know you can see her. It's your child. Tell her to stop. So Evelyn got up and she said, where's she at? He was like, she right here in my face. Evelyn walked over and bent down and got close to his face. She right here? He like, she's right there. Evelyn said, baby, don't you stop hunting this motherfucker until he tell the truth to everybody. And the man jumped up. What the fuck? That ain't what I came to you for. That ain't what I came to you for. I told you to stop her. Evelyn looked at his ass. She said, you didn't want to tell me the truth. You didn't want to tell nobody the truth. You didn't want to take ownership. You didn't want to tell everybody that you killed my baby. And you think I'm supposed to help you now? That's not how it works. She said, you're supposed to be a public figure. You're supposed to protect people. And you didn't protect her. You didn't even stand up and protect nobody in that situation that you should have been protected. You protected yourself and you protected your department. So I want her to hunt you and your station and your captain and your other cop buddies in that motherfucking building. I want her to hunt y'all until the truth come out. And I'm not going to stop her. Man was mad as shit. He turned fire right there in her living room. He said, now I see where your daughter got that disrespectful mouth from. She had exactly covered to her what she was asking for, just like you. Evelyn said, "You have a blessed day, baby. Get out my damn house." He walked out the house. Evelyn went over to her phone. She stopped the recording and she waited. Evelyn said, "My baby gonna make that motherfucker tell the truth." She just kept talking. Even when the man was gone, she was like, "T baby, hunt his ass, hunt the police station, hunt all the motherfuckers until somebody tell the truth. Don't you stop. You get justice in ways that I can't. You do it, baby." She just talked to T every day. Get they ass, baby, get they ass. Slowly, the department started to get light. Cops started quitting. I knew what the fuck going on. So Evelyn asked her homegirl, who had a friend in the police department, like, "What the fuck is going on? Why are we losing so many cops around here?" She like, "Girl, you ain't heard?" "No, I ain't heard what?" She like, "Girl, the cops up there are, I don't know what is going on. I think they think the fucking police station is haunted, bitch. Like I've had so many cop buddies to quit. They said all they keep seeing." She like, "I don't want to bring it up." And Evelyn like, "What?" She like, "I don't want to bring it up because it may be a sore subject for you." And she like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Miss T, what about her?" She said, "Girl, my cop buddy said they see Miss T walking around in the fucking police station. She has made like everybody like drawers bust open all at one time while they all was standing there, flip papers around, and all these motherfuckers keep saying is, it's Miss T. It's Miss T. She hunting the building. Like she should have never died in here. They were going off on the cop that did kill her. Like the cop started to turn on him and saying, 'You should have never done that shit. And she ain't gonna let us rest. And she ain't gonna stop.' And yeah. So they started trying to move departments to get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? To not have to deal with Miss T in that haunted building and shit. So when she found out the cop that did that shit moved on to another department, she went to him and she told him she had the recording. She said, "So either you gonna go forward and tell the truth yourself, or I'm gonna bring the truth out myself." She said, "I tried to give you time to do it right, but you didn't want to do it right. You didn't want to take ownership. I'm talking about he done got a new little position in another police department and all this shit." She said, "Nah, you ain't finna live comfortable. You not finna be comfy cozy around this bitch. No, no, no. You gonna tell the truth, or I'm gonna tell the truth for you." So he went and told his captain them, the ones from the old department, what was going on, what she was threatening to do, what she said she was gonna do, and all this shit. And his captain them told him to turn himself in, go to the DA and tell the DA what happened. And you know what I'm saying? When it came to body camera footage, the body camera footage was just gone some type of way. Because if it was there, then that means the captain was knowledgeable. And everybody else that seen that footage was knowledgeable that that cop killed her. But everybody was saying that it was a rightful shooting and he was supposed to use that type of like aggressiveness with those thugs around. So he went to the DA and turned himself in. Shit was real hush hush. Turned himself in. They reached out to Evelyn, told Evelyn that, he basically confessed to accidentally killing her daughter. And there was no hate towards her daughter from him. He had no reason to want to kill her daughter, and that it was an accidental shooting. So basically, he took a plea deal for this bullshit for killing her. He took a plea deal. Nigga didn't get like 7 years and then the rest on probation. But eventually, he only did 4 and got out and did the rest on probation. But Miss T didn't stop. Miss T didn't stop. This man claimed to see Miss T at every new job, every house. And eventually, this same cop that did all this shit to Evelyn's baby is the same cop that she gives change to every day on her way to work as he sit outside the train station asking for change. She gives him change every day. And she said when she walks up to him and she sees him sometimes, she can see that he still talks to T. He still try to defend himself to Miss T. She said he's one of those homeless people that talk to themselves, basically. She said she sees him like, when he asks people for change and stuff, he'll randomly scream out, "Stop! Leave me alone! No! It's mine! Stop!" So every time she sees that shit, she said her heart smiles just a tad. Cause she know her baby ain't let that shit go. See, I feel like Miss T didn't let that shit go because it wasn't worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like it was broadcasted as a gangster tried to take a policeman gun. That shit was broadcasted all over her neighborhood. Yes, gangsters tried to steal cop gun, get killed. But then when it came down to cop was wrong, killed a child on purpose. Hush, hush, shh, shh. We sweeping that on the rug. Shh, don't say nothing. So I guess Miss T didn't like the way that shit went down. So she hangs out at the train station. He hangs out at when he asks for change every goddamn day. When he go to sleep, she's sitting right there next to his ass. When he wakes up in the morning to go to the shelter to get that plate, she right there with his ass. So I don't know how long their relationship is going to go on, but Miss Evelyn loves the relationship that they have. She says she hopes Miss T never let go. So that was you guys' second story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, and meet me back here in 3 minutes for the last story of the night. Oh my goodness. If only all the wrong shootings could go that way. Thank you, Chastain. Oh, Auntie Get Better. I'm trying it. I had these episodes every now and again, and that shit paralyzes me. But I don't let that stop me, so.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. According to Evelyn, yes, the police station is still haunted. And they are planning on shutting it down because they are relocating. They said the area is in a gang. They said the police station is now in a gang-infested area and is dangerous for the cops. So they are now relocating the police station. I guess. Miss T, the gang member that is dangerous for the cops down there, so they relocating that shit. Nah, that's real afterlife pity. No, it ain't, but that's justice. Can you imagine if every wrongful shooting, if every officer involved wrongful shooting that was knowledgeable and they knew they was doing that shit on purpose and shit, what if all those spirits was able to just hunt the motherfucker that did it to him? Like, what if George Floyd could hunt Chavez like every goddamn day? Like, every fucking day for what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit'd be crazy. We have so many crazy ass people running around here. That little white van that come pick people up and take them to the rubber rooms be full. That shit'd be looking like a martyr bus. Stop by here. We gotta pick Jason up. Stop over there. We gotta pick up Joseph. It'd be thousands of motherfuckers. Can you imagine the boy that got killed at Fruitville Station by them, the little martyr cops, the fucking train cops? Can you imagine? He hanging around beatboxing around them motherfuckers all the time, but they be mad as shit. Yes. By who? Yeah. I bet people do. I mean, when people do get haunted by the people that they kill and murder, they call it their conscience. That ain't your damn conscience. That's them pissed off ass people you kill coming to get they blood. They coming to get it like the Red Cross. Like, you shouldn't have done it. So, yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. Like, y'all seen my little footage of the graveyard. I was just walking through there and y'all seen all them different spirits that was popping up. They were just there. They were just hanging out. Like, and Toots was recording. I didn't even know Toots recorded all that. I didn't even know, because had I seen that shit, I probably would have stopped, turned my little ghost box on to see if anybody had anything to say, but I didn't know. Toots had the camera, so she just, walked on with the camera. So my plan is, I'm going to go to another cemetery, and I'm going to see if the party is big as they say it is. Go see if people are hanging out. You know what I'm saying? See if they can do shit like, hey, where's Biggie and Tupac? Are they here? And then I want to see if one of the little stick figures gonna point. Like, yeah, they're over there. So I can go over there to whatever little green stick figure pop up and be like, which one are you, Biggie or Tupac? And turn my ghost box on, and I hear, dear mom, and I'm like, oh, Tupac. Yeah, we've been looking for you, bro. So who did it? That's all I need to know. Like, who did it? And then you can continue to have your shots in heaven. Who did it?
Yeah, dear mama.
Then drop it like, dear mama. That's how I go, dear mama. I'm like, that's him. Who did it? Who was behind that shit? So I can go let the people know, and they can go do something about it. Yeah, I'm asking everybody. I'm going to Michael. Michael, was it really Conrad, or did he have help? I'm telling you, I'm gonna bust it open. I'm asking everybody questions. I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna be like the motherfucking Geraldo of the afterlife. I'm coming back with all the information. Who did it? Who did what Suge behind it? Easy. Who did it? Easy. Tell me who did it. Everybody want to know, Easy, who did it? Was it the bullshit that Suge Knight said? Was it the dirty fucking needle like Suge Knight said on national fucking TV? Just let me know who did it so I can let your people know, and we can get this shit. We can get you some company up there so you can confront that motherfucker yourself. I just want to know. Diana, who did it? Was the queen involved? I want to know the tea. I want to know all the questions. I want to know the answers to all the questions we want to know. He want to go to the party when we pass by a cemetery. I bet he do, and I bet they be turned up. Open bar all night. Afterlife parties that don't stop. That shit for real. All right, guys, it's time for the last story of the night. And this is the last time you get a chance to tip your auntie. This is the last time you get a chance to speak to your cousins until Thursday. So get it all in, do it all now before we get ready to close this thing out. Oh man, I'm sorry, Sophie. We here for it though, babe. I'm telling you. When auntie get the tea, I'm gonna record that shit. I'm like, who shot you, Tupac? And I'm gonna put it on the little green stick figure thing so y'all can see when he started talking. Tupac talk with his hand. So when the little figure started doing all this shit, then we gonna know he is explaining. I'm turning that ghost box on so we can hear dear mama. I'm like, this him, y'all. Like, listen up. Tell me what words y'all hear so we can figure this shit out. We gonna be the Perry Mason of the fucking afterlife. The Matlock of the afterlife. We gonna solve all the fucking mysteries like Matlock around this motherfucker. So thank you, Sophia. so we can goddamn.
Y'all hear this shit?
What? So we can help all them that want to know.
Y'all hear this shit?
If somebody murdered you, when you want justice?
I'm gonna give me justice.
So we gonna find out. We gonna find out.
You'll hear all my ad libs. What the fuck?
We gonna find out, guys.
And then what? They were like, oh shit, is Jesus playing? They got Jesus outside playing?
If one of your mama's exes died and he might be your daddy, call me up. We can find out. Just give me the cemetery.
They want all the ad libs.
Give me the cemetery address and we will pull him up. We will pull him up and get them questions. Did you bust down Sweet Tea's mama in 82?
Oh, man.
No, you did. Sweet Tea, that ain't your We gonna get it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me stop. Only I think like that. I'm telling you, boy, I'm gonna become motherfucking Ricky Lake of the afterlife. Watch.
Oh, man, Ricky. Woo!
Did Ricky. I go back? Did I go back?
My phone number Ricky. You need to talk about D-Day.
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
Hey, man, cause Ricky Lake was the only talk show host that had people to die from her show.
Yeah, they really actually died.
Yeah, she was the only talk show host that had people to die from her show. So, I mean, it's only right that I would be the Ricky Lake
Ricky Lake was
of afterlife.
Ricky Lake was a beast.
Oh my goodness.
Ricky Lake had everybody on her shit.
Y'all don't know about Ricky Lake, boy.
Ricky Lake was a beast. She had everybody on her shit.
Ricky Lake, boy, y'all don't know about her, boy. Ricky Lake started that shit before Jerry Springer did. Ricky Lake opened up the door for Jerry Springer. But Jerry Springer just did that shit a whole lot safer than the way Ricky did that shit. Now, Jerry Springer shit was kind of scripted. His shit was kind of scripted. His fights and shit was scripted.
They be smiling.
But see, with Ricky Lake, she did that show. She did not expect that shit to go like that, boy. That what got her canceled and everything. She was not expecting that shit, but
yeah, on TV funny.
Hell yeah, that shit got Ricky Lake canceled, boy. She had to go into like a hospital. They said she was fucking. They said she was all upset and shit and losing her mind.
What she look like now?
She looked good. She was on the Sherry show like last week. She got her haircut. She married again. She said she found her groove with him.
Oh, what's up? She need to.
Yeah. I don't know if somebody got kid from the Jenny Jones show. I know Ricky Lake show. I know Ricky Lake show was all over when that shit happened.
Gerardo.
No, you remember Gerardo got beat up on TV?
Yeah, he got beat up.
Y'all remember Gerardo got beat up? Gerardo had the skinhead, the Klan, and the black people on the motherfucking set, man. They beat the sleeves off Gerardo, and they came back from commercial break with a nose brace on.
That nigga said, we gotta go to
that skinhead said something about Jews, but Gerardo jumped up on that goddamn I said, here you go. Y'all don't know, TV was a trip back in the day.
Yes, it wasn't
It wasn't scripted then. That shit was straight up. But with Ricky Lake, what happened with Ricky Lake was she did a show about crushes. It was about people that had crushes on people. And she had this dude to come out because somebody wrote to her and said he had a big crush on him. So she calls the dude to her show, and she calls the person that has a crush on him to the show.
He ain't know nothing. She ain't know nothing.
She didn't know nothing. You know, she just called him up there to try to like bring them together. You know what I'm saying? So she brings the dude on the show and she tells the dude, like, you know, I brought you here because there's a special, you know, someone that is, according to this letter, is in love with you. Been in love with you for a long time. You know this person, but you don't know this person is in love with you. And the dude was like, you know, super excited, like, hell yeah, I'm single. Who the fuck is it? Let me see. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, all the women on the show was just complimenting him. Oh, he's so handsome and all that. He got down flexed up, big ass muscles in the shirt and shit. All that, honey. And they tell him, well, we're going to bring out this crush. And they tell him to close his eyes. So he closed his eyes. And this dude walks out and kisses this man on the lips on national TV in front of everybody. Dude now. Ricky didn't know shit about this.
Dude.
So Ricky tells him, you know what I'm saying, you know, the dude, after the dude kissed him, he like, oh, she got some soft lips. Let me see who this is. So Ricky was like, take off your blindfold. This man takes his blindfold off and see that this dude kissed him. First, he looked at Ricky and said, this is a joke, right? Like, he didn't just kiss me, did he? And Ricky was like, I mean, surprise. Y'all, this man came back and cold cocked the shit out of this man. I'm talking about on national TV.
Look online.
Bow, hard as shit. They had to cut the show. That man got to fighting and everything, y'all. I'm talking about it. They tore her fucking studio up. And then she sent them home on separate flights. These motherfuckers live in the same town. So everybody in the town, you know know what happened. Sent these motherfuckers back home, y'all, and a week later it was on the news that the gay dude that kissed the dude on the show was murdered by the dude on the show. Like, the shit was crazy. Canceled Ricky Lake ass. Like, nope. No more. We're not doing that shit no more. Straight up canceled her.
Yeah, look it up.
Straight up canceled her. I said, God.
This what happened in the 90s. This what goes on in the 90s.
That stopped all them crush shows. Everybody that was doing them crush shows. Even Queen Latifah had a goddamn talk show and she stopped that shit.
Oh shit ended.
That shit was crazy.
She came out with Living Single.
Yeah, she stopped doing her show. Like a lot of talk shows got canceled after that shit, and after Geraldo pulled that big ass move, when he decided to bring them Klans member and them skinheads and them black folks into the same fucking studio with not enough security.
They went in.
I don't even know if you can find it on YouTube, but they went in. They fought hard. This shit was not scripted at all. It was like all out fucking brawl. I'm talking about the fucking King Clan dude that wear the red. They snatched his fucking hair, his little hood off just to punch him in the face. Huh. Pow! That shit was crazy. Geraldo's out there getting beat up. I was like, oh my God. TV was crazy. That was before they started putting all that TVR, TV rated 13. Yeah. That shit was live, so it was just happening.
That's before they saw goddamn film and shit.
That shit was, that was before shit was pre-recorded. That shit was just straight up live, and it happened right there. Like, oh my God, oh my God. Jerry Springer got called into the fucking superior courts for the fights that was going on his show. They was trying to get Jerry Springer and like, bruh, the fights that you are having are too fucking violent. That man was called into the fucking Supreme Court to argue with the fucking Supreme Court about his show. Y'all don't understand how serious that shit was back. Yes, Geraldo got hit in the face with a chair. I'm talking about broke his nose and everything. That nigga came back from commercial break. That nigga nose was purple and green. That big ass white. He like, yes, we gonna go ahead and end this show. Yeah, cause your studio is told the fuck up. They done beat the sleeve. They done caved your fucking forehead in. You better get your ass off of them.
Trying to find your glass.
I'm talking about they kept telling that man that was a bad idea. He like, no, I'm gonna bring them together. Yeah, you brought them together to whoop each other's ass, because that's all that went down that day on the fucking show. Wasn't no talking. Wasn't no talking. All it took was a couple of niggers to fly around in the goddamn room, and that shit was like WWE and that motherfucker. I said, woo. Yeah, he had some shit. Like, whoa, that shit got for real. I was looking at my mouth dropped like, we didn't even see violence like that on the TV. Like, mama.
Geraldo came on like one.
Mama. I'm talking about came hit forehead in. Bow. I'm like, God damn. Probably should have said that, Geraldo. You probably should have listened to your people when they say don't do this show. I like your nerd, nigga. How you gonna be scratching and rolling all over me like this? He is so fucking tail all up here in my damn face. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get out of this third story so we can get ahead and call it a night. This third story has Miss D and Peachess Dior. Miss D and Peachess Dior. Are you ladies here? Miss D, are you here? Man, nobody want to wrestle. You always want to wrestle. Huh. And I told you about using your damn hands. You're not human.
Use your
you
words.
Don't square up.
Use your words.
Yeah, I want to square up. I don't want to play fucking knuckles up and shit. Okay, let's see. There go Miss D. Okay. All right, Miss D. This is you guys' story. So, Miss D and her daughter, Peachess, lived in the same apartment for a long fucking time. Basically, the apartment was cheap when she first got the apartment. And, of course, as the years went by, rent went up. But Miss D rent never went up because she had been in the apartment for so long and she knew the rent people for so long. Her shit was dirt fucking cheap. She had been there for a while. So, she's in the apartment. And I know, right?
They do that for real, too.
Yeah, I know. Cause my grandmama lived in the same goddamn house over there off Central Road. She moved in that house in like 1930s. Rent was like fucking $100, but because she knew the lady, my grandma was still paying $100 rent in 2020. Like for real. Cause they know her. It's like they knew each other, so shit never did change. But he's so fucking, oh my God. Okay, so yeah. So they stayed in the same apartment, for a while. And Peachess pretty much grew up in this apartment. So when Peachess got around 15, her and Miss D was in the apartment and they had a new neighbor to move in. He was an older guy, moved upstairs. Ow. He was an older
No.
guy that moved upstairs.
No.
And, of course, Miss D thought he was cute. Peaches noticed Miss D was watching him. She always made little comments. Mama, stop looking at that man. I don't want no daddy right now. And Miss D would laugh the shit off like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody worried about you. So Miss D used to flirt with the dude, and he used to flirt with Miss D. And that went on for a while. And then one night, Miss D was coming out the house to take her trash out, and he was coming in, but he had a woman with him. And, Miss D never known him to have a woman. You know what I'm saying? I guess she liked him and just didn't say nothing. So he's coming in with this woman, and she's just like, he's like, hey, D, how you doing? And she rolled her eye. And he like, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. Gone upstairs, bye. Okay. So him and his little friend gone on upstairs. And Miss D come in the house, and Peach is like, what's wrong? She was like, he be doing all that damn flirting with me, but he just brought another girl home. And Peach was laughing. She like, oh, thought you didn't like him, but look at you now, all bent out of shape because he got a woman with him. I'm just saying, why he be doing all that flirt with me if he wanted other women? She like, mama, he not with you. Y'all not together. I don't know why he tripping. Whatever, I'm just saying, it's the respect, it's principle. Okay. So, they went on about their day. A couple days go by. She hadn't seen old boy from upstairs. So she thinking maybe he avoiding me. You know what I'm saying? She goes and knock on the door. He comes to the door. Why ain't seeing you? He like, why would you see me? She like, I'm just saying, you my neighbor. You don't come out the house no more. And all of a sudden, old girl come from around the corner. The same girl he brought in the house. So Miss D sees that and she like, oh, I just want to know if you had any sugar, but don't worry about it. I'll go buy some. And she walked away from the door. And he like, D, you okay? She like, I'm fine. And she going on back downstairs. And she goes on in the house. So while she's downstairs, probably like 45 minutes later, he come downstairs and knock on the door. Peaches go to the door. He like, where your mama at? She like, she back there in the room. He like, tell her come to the door. She like, mama, the door for you. She like, I'm in the shower, honey. Tell whoever it is I'm in the shower. I'll talk to them later. So Peach was like, my mama said she in the shower. She'll talk to you later. He was like, well, just let your mama know I ain't mad with her. I don't know why she mad with me. I ain't mad with her. Okay, I let her know. And Peaches closed the door. She go back there and tell me, Miss D. He said he ain't mad with you. He don't know why you mad with him. Whatever. Okay. So, she don't say nothing. A couple days go by. She come home from working and some flowers by her door. She picks the flowers up and she look at them. And it's from the dude upstairs. And he like, I don't want you to be mad at me, D. You my friend. She looked at it. She looked at the flowers. She ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. She goes on in the house and she goes on about her day. Whole week go by. She just hears him walking back and forth upstairs, running back and forth upstairs. And now it's getting to a point where it's pissing her off because like he ain't came out the house to say nothing to her, nothing. So she don't say nothing. That night she's laying in her room and she noticed a stain on her fucking ceiling. Like, what the fuck? Like, my room is like under his bedroom, so it shouldn't be no water, like running in the damn bedroom. So why the hell is I got this stain, you know what I'm saying, in my ceiling? Like, what the fuck is he doing up there? So she tried cleaning the stain a couple times, but the shit just kept showing up. She couldn't understand. After a while, the stain started to smell. Like, what the fuck? Peaches would come in her room like, mama, what the hell is that smell? And she like, girl, I think it's that fucking stain. I keep cleaning that shit with bleach, but it just keeps showing back up. She like, mama, won't you just swallow your fucking pride, go upstairs and ask him what the fuck is in his room? And she like, no, I ain't going up there, honey, because he probably got that little girl up there. He been running around all goddamn day. All I've been hearing is him run back and forth. So he probably up there with that little girl. I ain't going up there. So Peach was like, I go, nope, don't go up there and bother him. Leave him alone. All right, fine. So Peaches don't say nothing. That night rolls around. Peaches is asleep. And Miss D is in her bed. She laying down. And she wakes up to somebody sitting on her bed. She didn't turn around off the rip. She was just like, Peaches, get off my bed and go back to bed. And the voice said, D, you still mad at me? So she turns and look and sees him sitting at the corner of the bed. He ain't looking back at her. He just sitting on the corner of the bed. So she looks over and she was like, how you get in my house? He was like, Peachess let me in. What you want? He was like, I just want to know if you still mad at me. Because I don't want you to be mad at me. Please forgive me. I don't want you to be mad at me. She like, honey, gone. Don't you got a little girlfriend upstairs? You know what I'm saying? It's probably waiting on you. Don't you got a little girlfriend upstairs? Like, leave me alone. Go on back upstairs. Tell Peachess locked up behind you. And he like, no, I'm not leaving until you tell me you forgive me. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I didn't know. Like, I liked you too. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be, I didn't want to come in too strong. You got a daughter and everything. I was just trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking around with old girl. I was just having fun, like chilling and kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't really do that with you because you got a baby. You got a daughter down here trying to take care of. So Miss D rolls over and she looks at the corner of the bed again and she was like, don't be trying to use my daughter as an excuse. You could have been a man that just came down here and asked me yourself. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, you right. So she just turns back over and lay on back down. She like, yeah, I know I'm right. Like all you had to do was just fucking say something. Like, why you just didn't say nothing? And he didn't say shit. She like, yeah, just like you is now, hush mouth in a motherfucker. You ain't got nothing to say. But if you like me, why you just didn't say something? And he don't say shit. So she rolls and she looked and he gone. Peachess! Peachess! Peachess come out of her bedroom, she come in the room. Ma'am, don't open the door for nobody. Stop letting strangers in the damn house. Peachess like, what the hell? I ain't letting no... Girl, you heard what I said. Don't like no damn strangers in the house. Okay. Roger that. Going back to bed. Peachess walk back out the room. Go back in her room and lay down. So Miss D dozed off and going back to sleep and she woken up again to the sitting on her bed. She rolls over and look, and he back. She like, why do you keep coming to my house? I told Peachess to start letting fucking strangers in the house. And he like, D, I ain't no stranger. You know I ain't no stranger. She giggled a little bit with her eyes still closed. She like, what? Why? Why is you still here? Like, I'm trying to sleep. I got to work in the morning. You know I got to work in the morning. Like, why the hell is you fucking with me? Why is you coming back and forth downstairs to just fuck with me? He like, I just want to tell you that I liked you too. Like, I really liked you too. And I wish we could have had more. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could have done more. I wish we could have had a chance to go out on a date and, all that stuff. And, of course, Miss D, like, we can do that. That ain't no problem. Just let me get some sleep right now. And he was like, nah, we ain't going to be able to do that. I don't think we're going to ever be able to do that. And she like, damn, so we ain't even together yet. And you already started breaking up with me. He started giggling. He like, you always had a sense of humor. That's what I liked about you because you was always silly. She like, yeah, I get it. I understand. I'm always silly. I'm the homie. I get it. He like, it ain't like that, B. I just want you to know I always liked you. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to forgive me because I wasn't trying to be mean when I brought the girl over. You know what I'm saying? And she like, okay, well, I forgive you. It ain't that serious. I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? We can do the whole date thing. That's no problem. And she rolled over and looked, you know what I'm saying, to make sure he was still down there. He was like, I keep telling you, D, we ain't going to be able to do the date thing. And she like, oh, why not? Why we can't do the date thing? He said, because I'm dead. And she just started laughing. Like, why you play so much? Like, stop playing. He like, for real, babe, I'm gone. So these the games you want to fucking play. Like, you really want to play these fucking games. And she rolled and looked. He ain't at the foot of the bed no more. So she sits up in the bed, turn her light on. Peachess! She goes off. Peachess! Peachess! Peachess come running up. What's wrong? What's wrong? Did I tell you to stop letting fucking strangers in the house? Peachess like, I ain't open the door for nobody. What are you talking about? She like, we gonna call him James. She like, James just walked out of here. He said you let him in. She like, mama, I ain't let nobody in the fucking house. Anybody even came in the damn house. Girl, James done been in here twice. And he said you let him in both fucking times. He was just sitting on the corner of my goddamn bed. Why are y'all playing? And she like, mama, look at me. Like, I did not let James in this damn house. James ain't been down here, mama. And then it's like she sat there for a minute and she played the conversation through in her head. And then what he said, like, dawned on her. So she instantly jumped up. She like, come on, hurry up, come on. And Peachess like, what the fuck? She like, we need to go upstairs to James. And Peachess like, oh, mama, he got a girl up there. Stop. I ain't trying to fight. I ain't trying to, fight tonight. She like, no, something's wrong, baby. Something wrong with James. Put your shoes on. Come on. And she put her shoes on. And she rushes upstairs. And she's beating on the door. James. And nobody's coming to the door. So she like, help me. I need to get this door open. You mean breaking and entering? Oh, hell no. I ain't no burglar. I ain't doing that shit. I'm not trying to go to jail, mama. She like, girl, help me get this fucking door open now. Like, help me. So they start to hit the door. Boom, boom, boom. After that fourth hit, boom, the door flies open and the smell flies out. And instantly, Peach is like, oh my God, what is that smell, mama? And she like, come on, come on. And they go back downstairs and she calls the police. And Peaches is standing there with her, of course. And she like, I need to report a body. And Peaches like, what? She like, yeah, I need to report my neighbor. He's dead upstairs. Peaches like, we didn't even go in the fucking house. How do you even know that? So the police asked the address and everything. And, they came out and they went upstairs and Peaches was curious as fuck. How did you know all of that, mama? Like, what do you mean James was here? When did James come? Like, she had 1,000 fucking questions. But Miss D was like headstrong on getting the cops upstairs to James' apartment. Police get upstairs to James' apartment. Sure as shit, James had been dead for about a week. Even though Peaches and Miss D heard him walking and running around upstairs in that goddamn house. He had been dead for a week. So when they go up there, they find his ass like dead in the bed. They open up the bathroom door and the girl that was with him was also dead. Both of them had been dead for about a week in that fucking house. So when they came downstairs and told Miss D that, Miss D like, no, that's bullshit because me and my daughter both have been hearing them run around upstairs. And they like, no, you couldn't have been hearing anybody run around upstairs. And Peach was like, we've been hearing them run around upstairs. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, that's impossible. They've been dead for a while. Kind of find out the dude had a drug problem. He used to shoot up. But Miss D didn't never know that because, he looked so handsome and, you know what I'm saying, looked well taken care of and everything. So she didn't even know that he even had that type of habit. But apparently, whoever gave them their hits of shit gave them some bullshit. And it like burst both of their hearts. When they shot that shit up, both of their heart burst. Boom. That was it. Both of them died the same night. Like, I guess she was getting high in the bathroom and he was getting high in the bedroom. Either way it go, both of them were found dead from an overdose. That's what they called it, an overdose. Miss D didn't want to believe that either because the man was just too well dressed, too well maintained. You know what I'm saying? He never led on like he did drugs, didn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? She just couldn't believe that shit. She don't know what happens, but she don't feel like that man did it to himself. But she constantly plays that fucking conversation over in her head of what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Peaches kept asking, how the fuck did you know? How the fuck did you know, mama? How did you know? How did you know? And she said, I told you that man came in here twice. And she was like, yeah, but I told you I never opened the door for him. So how did he get in here? She was like, I don't know, baby, but he sat right here and told me he was dead. And that what made me get up and go upstairs. And Peach was like, for real? She was like, for real? That's why I called you the first time, because I thought you had opened the door. That's why I told you don't open the door for no strangers. And Peach was like, I ain't know what the hell you were talking about. I thought you were half asleep. That's why I was just like, okay. And I went back to my room. She was like, no. He was in here talking to me on my fucking bed. He was on the corner of my bed. And she pointed to the corner of her bed, and she was like, he was right here. And she went over to touch the bed where he sat so she could show Peaches where he was sitting. And she could smell his cologne in that spot where he was sitting on her bed. She, in the air around that area, she could just smell the cologne he used to wear. She like, look, come here. And Peaches come over, she like, smell right here. And Peaches took a smell. She was like she couldn't believe that shit. It sent chills all over her body. Like, is he still sitting there? And that's why we smelling it so strong? Like, what's going on? And then this man didn't have no family in the city with him. He didn't really have no friends. So nobody would have ever found that man body or that girl body for that matter in that goddamn apartment until they really started to stink. Like, stink. But I guess he came to Miss D to let her know, you know what I'm saying, he was sorry for the way the shit went and for forgiveness. He wanted her to forgive him. He didn't want her to be upset with him, for what happened. He wanted her forgiveness. That's why he came to her twice. We came to her the first time. He told her all he wanted was her forgiveness. Just forgive me. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Then he came back the second time, and he was like, just forgive me. And she finally said, I forgive you. And that's when he came out and said, we'll never get a chance to date because I'm dead. And she went upstairs and found him. So Yeah, needless to say, after that shit happened, Miss D didn't want to be in that apartment no more. She said she kept cleaning that spot where they found him. You know, like throwing, I guess he threw up several times and shit when this shit was going on or whatever. But the spot that he did all this shit in, that left that smell and that spot in her ceiling, she said she kept cleaning that shit and it just kept coming back. It wouldn't go away and it always came back with the smell. She was like, I would clean that shit with bleach and it would come back with that same funky ass flesh smell. Even though she cleaned it and they cleaned the apartment upstairs and took the shit out, you know what I'm saying? The spot would continue to show up in her fucking ceiling. And it always had that rotten ass smell. So the rent office didn't know how to stop it. She didn't know how to stop it. And she couldn't keep dealing with that shit. She said she'll clean that shit one day about a morning. That spot would look like she never touched it. And the smell would be strong as fuck in her room. So she eventually moved out of the house out of the apartment she had been in for over 15 some odd years. She eventually moved. She couldn't stay there no more. She got tired of the smell. It was nothing nobody could do about it. Nobody couldn't even tell her why the fucking spot kept showing up. They couldn't figure the shit out for nothing. So she wasn't going to keep doing it. So she decided, her and, Peachess decided to just move from the apartment and find them somewhere else to stay. So that's what they did. But she always remembered that man. She could describe that man to you right now. Somebody closed her eyes and was like, he was a pretty brown chocolate. His hair was dark black and it was really wavy but cut low. Like she was describing that man as if he was sitting in her fucking face. She remembers that man. Like, I don't think she will ever forget that man. So, yeah. But that was you guys' third story of the night. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so sorry I'm sick and had to do it in the bed, but I still had to do it for you guys. I'm going to let that stop me. So thank you guys so much for being here for story time. I greatly appreciate it. Bam, greatly appreciate it. Bam, greatly appreciate it. As you can see. He greatly appreciated it. Aunt greatly appreciated it. Yeah. So, yes. We all appreciate you being here for story time and joining us and being with the family for story time. So, thank you guys. Not Auntie what the apartment said. I can't with you. Thank you guys for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys again on Thursday. Y'all already know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a motherfucker unless they earn it. I love you guys. Be safe. Good night. Look, man, I want to tell y'all good night too. Mwah. Say good night, Bam. Your little smile. Good night, guys.